Hello. Today we will see some examples on how to solve systems of linear equations graphically. So let's look at our first example. We have x plus y equals to 8 and x minus y equals to 0. As you may recall from the previous video, first you need to find the slope and the x and y intercept. Based on that, you can determine if there is going to be one solution, no solution, or infinite many solutions. So let's first find the slope of the left side. So slope, as you might recall, since the x and the y are on the same side, the slope will be the negative of the coefficient of the y over the coefficient of the x. So this is equal to -1. Then we have the x-intercept, so when y is equal to 0, x is equal to, so we plug in 0 right here, we substitute, and we find that x is equal to 8. And now let's do the same thing, but for the y-intercept. So when x is equal to 0, y is equal to, so we plug in 0 right here, and we find that y is equal to 0 as well. So that is the information we have up to now. For that equation, now let's look at the right-hand equation. So x minus y is equal to 0. So the slope, we do the same thing we did before. So it's the negative of the coefficient of the y, so -1 over the coefficient of the x. So this is equal to 1. From here, we already know, since in the previous video we saw that there is only one possible case where the slopes are different, and that is to have only one solution. So we already know from here that we only have one solution, but still let's look at the x and y intercepts. So when x is equal to 0, that's the y-intercept, y is equal to what? So we plug in 0 for the x and we find that y is equal to 0. So we don't have to find the other intercept since they are both 0. And we are, by comparing the x and y intercepts of both equations, we are just sure that there is only one solution because both of them are different. But what is the solution? Now that's what we want to find out. So let's graph both equations. So for the first equation, we found that the y-intercept, is 8 and the x-intercept is 8 as well. And so we just connect the dots and that's our line. Something like that. Let me improve it a little bit. I'm sorry. So it's something like that. Okay, very well. And the other line crosses the origin and it has a slope of 1. So we know that it should go something like this right there. And our point of intersection right here, that's our solution. When we have only one solution, of course. So we see, if I had drawn it better, we would see that our point of intersection is right at 4, 4. So x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 4. And that is our solution. That's how we solve systems of linear equations. If we were to have 3 lines maybe, they should cross at one point, and that's our one unique solution. Very well. Now let's look at another example. Let's find the slope like we did before. So slope would be 3 over 2. We already know that. We already know how to find that. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to -2. And when y is equal to 0, x is equal to 3. Let's do the same thing for this side. So the slope is equal to 3 over 2 as well. So the slope is the same. Now we have two options, either to have no solution or infinite many solutions. So let's look at the x and y intercept to find out if we have one solution, no solution or infinite many solutions. So when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2. And when y is equal to 0, x is equal to -3. So we see that our x and y intercepts are different, that means that we have no solution. Let's just graph it to make sure. So this is one of the lines, right there, and right here. So, and the second line, let's do it with red, right there and right there. And we see that they are parallel. Very well, no point of intersection, and so there is no solution. Next, let's do our third example. So when x is, first the slope, just to be consistent, -5/3. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 5. When y is equal to 0, x is equal to 5 right here, 3 right here. Like that. Let's do the right side. The slope turns out to be the same. Now let's look at the x and y intercept. So when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. And when y is equal to 0, x is equal to 5. So we find that the slope and the x and y intercepts are equal. That means that we have infinite many solutions. Very well, now let's just graph it to make sure. So let's graph it right there. Those are our points of intersection. And we graph one of the lines like that. And we find that our second one has the same points of intersection and has the same slope, so it will look exactly the same, so infinite many solutions.